The Racing Red series is surging forward here with Jackson Storm, and he looks fantastic. Probably not one of my first choices to include in the series though, just because it's supposed to be like an anniversary, all-encompassing series for all three movies. And so we have Mater, Sally, Cruz Ramirez, Lightning McQueen, Francesco Bernoulli, and of course Jackson Storm. I just don't really get it. Like, he is just kind of like the antagonist racer in Cars 3, and I guess that's why they're doing Francesco Bernoulli, but I would have much preferred the King or Chick Hicks or just one of the Radiator Springs townies for sure. But anyways, welcome to another Disney Docket presentation. Today, of course, we'll be reviewing RR Jackson Storm. He came out of 2021 Singles Case D, and I just unboxed that the other day, so I'll link it in the description below, along with the card suggestion pop-up in the top right-hand corner. Now, I know this is probably a couple months old for most of you, but I just, this is the first time I've really ever taken a look at him. I never found him in the store, even though I did find Case D multiple times, but because these are, a special line, a lot of people are picking them up. There should only be one per case, and they will never be reissued in another case going forward. So you can see Mattel. He's new for 2021. I love the art. I love how they made it red instead of just, using the art for regular Jackson Storm, which is what they did last year for like the silvers and the metallics. There's the Racing Red logo. On the back here, you can see his stock image along with Mater, who I will compare him to. So yeah, at this point, only 2 have been released, but now Sally has also been released, and Francesco will be coming out soon with 2 to go, Dinoco Cruz Ramirez and Lightning McQueen. I don't know, I hope it's the first Cars 1 Lightning McQueen. I hope it's that one, because it shouldn't ever be World Grand Prix. If it's that one, I think I might throw myself down the stairs, but Cars 3 I could live with. But I do hope it's the original, just because this is the anniversary, There's the logo again and nothing else here. So yeah, I'll be right back with this guy all opened up. So here is Racing Red Jackson out of the package, and he looks really cool. He's got a unique texture, like it's kind of, I don't know if grainy is the right word, but it's not smooth entirely, and especially not on the S here, which is actually the best part. Like, I don't mean to say grainy in a bad context, but each of those little dots are raised off the paint, and it creates a really cool look, obviously in silver instead of the typical blue, which is another thing with the Racing Reds. It's more kind of like racing red and silvers, because they're modeling these paint jobs off of the Cars logo, and so therefore they're doing, red as the base color and then silver and all the accents. We didn't really get a good look at that with Mater, just because he didn't really have much else going on, but Jackson, it's in full force here, and this just looks incredible. I love that hurricane symbol there on the side. But anyways, his eyes are way down, so he's got quite a different expression than usual, although I do know there's a variant that has the eyes a little bit higher. I don't think I have that variant, sadly, but it is kind of cool that there is, a couple versions of him. But man, yeah, those eyes are super low. Of course, you have the Igniter logo in black, which is pretty sweet. That's kind of how it usually is, though. Liquid Adrenaline. And there you have the red rims, which look really nice, although it gets a little flaky up in the wheel well there. Or I guess not the wheel well, but the inner workings of the rims. You have Lightyear in gray, Piston Cup 2.0, Combustor, Carbon Cyber, and Synergy. Very, very grainy. Like, you can't even tell what those say unless you knew what they said ahead of time, which I do. Igniter, there's the arrow indicating to the picker where to lift them up at, change tires. The best part about him really is this S here. The exhaust pipes are so cleanly done, they're indented. The silver rectangles around them are so clean. Wow, it just looks gorgeous. Jackson Storm there is what that is supposed to say. That decal is incredibly blurry. These also look really cool. These kind of silver stripes going back. Awesome. 2.0. Yeah, so those are silver instead of blue. So basically anything that was previously blue is now silver or gray. Spoiler looks incredible. They made the text on it gray, which they really should do on the normal version because you can never really see what it says. It's just so faint. He does have window bars back there still. Gas cap. On the back here, he does not have his rookie racing stripes anymore. Not his rookie season. Igniters in silver, 2.0 in black. So quite a few differences there. Check out the base code. N46A, so that means he was made in the 46th week of 2020 at the A factory. And now we'll just do a little side-by-side comparison. This is probably my favorite racing red so far. I like this better than Mater. The decals are super blurry in some places, but you just can't go wrong with the silver. It's just so pretty, so clean. And actually the red is kind of a different shade than Mater. And it's a completely different texture. Like this is entirely glossy, like totally smooth. And whereas Jackson Storm definitely has a little bit more grain and speckle to them. I don't really know how to describe it, but they are obviously, you can see there on the camera, very, very different shades of red. And so I like that, you know. I'm not so sure if it's good for the consistency of the line, but I think that Jackson looks better. You just got more to him. Although Mater is a good choice for the line, don't get me wrong. They're really nice. I don't know. I feel like I would have loved to see like a racing red Doc Hudson, but I do have a custom of that. So it's okay. I'll be doing a review on that soon. Who else would be a good racing red? Fillmore probably has too many decals. Sheriff would be cool. I think Sheriff would be nice because then you can make like his doors gray. Sarge, just not enough there. Ramon, oh man, Ramon might be really cool. Although it would be very similar to, you know, the hydraulic red Ramon that they released a while ago in metallic. So yeah, maybe that's why they didn't do Ramon. Flo, actually, I think Flo. I would have probably gone with Flo. And no, if they didn't do Doc, I would have gone with Flo over Jackson Storm. Even though she really is a side character, it's just a tough call. The King would have been cool. Chick Hicks would have been cool. Although he's got a lot of decals as well. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section below. If you could pick one car to be in the racing red line, who would it be? But anyway, here are two other versions of Jackson that are, you know, along the same nature. You have the silver one on the right and then the storm blue one on the left. Mine is a prototype here because you can see the code, but other than that, it's identical to the one that, you know, you would get out of the package. And it is, this one's made in China. These two are obviously Thailand. So you can first see the expression differences in the eyes, at least not in the mouth. They all have the black and Igniter logos. Let me know which of these is your favorite. I feel like this is going to be very split. I think there's going to be a lot of people who like the Storm Blue, a lot of people who like the Racing Red, and also a fair amount of people who like Silver, because I think it's a very nice, cleanly done version. The rims aren't so good, but I like this better than this. I don't know why. Storm Blue just never really did anything for me. It was a weird release, never in the United States, only in like Malaysia. Kind of a stupid release. I don't get it, so not to really, I shouldn't hold that against the diecast itself, but the back just kind of like, it's like they gave up on the back. They're like, blue, blue, blue. We're just going to go back to the normal version. Now, I don't know, this is kind of weird, but because of the red, you can't really see his taillights right there, which makes it look a little weird. Like, it just kind of looks like they painted right over it. It almost looks like an air. It kind of reminds me of this prototype I have of Bunny McQueen that just has nothing on the back. It kind of reminds me of that. But yeah, you can clearly see the, you know, taillights on these two because it's red on black, but red on darker red, a little harder to tell. It's kind of interesting. We've gotten so many different versions of his spoiler. This one's also gray, but more gray than this one, so really cool. All these are very nice, though. I think, yeah, my favorite's Racing Red by a long shot, even though I do like this one other than Storm Blue. I feel like, yeah, I don't know, something weird happened with the Storm Blue release because there was also that like black neon Lightning McQueen that glows in the dark that got canceled, but we have no idea how that was going to be released. So maybe they were supposed to be like some promos or some exclusives in the United States, and they just weren't fully realized, and so they only got through a few of the Storm Blues, and that's how they ended up just, you know, in Malaysia. And it also would make sense because Storm Blues, you know, a bunch of those prototypes leaked out along with the Black Neon McQueens. They like were kind of concomitantly like out there together. So yeah, out there as in, you know, on eBay around the same time. Although the Storm Blues lasted much longer because they're just not as desirable. Anyways, let me know in the comment section below which Racing Red so far is your favorite. Is it Mather or Jackson or even Sally? Because obviously, you know, Sally's been out now for a while. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you guys soon for another video. Bye now.